My name is Megan. I am 35. I'll be 35 on Tuesday, so very soon. I am a sign language interpreter. I absolutely love my job. Survivor, probably my favorite show. I've been watching since the first season. That's me in a nutshell. I played my first ever LRG. It was a Survivor DC, and it was a one-day game. I really didn't know what to expect. I ended up having the time of my life. It was a blast. I ended up fourth place. So right there. The one thing I wish I would have gotten out of that experience was some like social strategy. I want to be able to test my social skills, and it was just so fast of a game and not even 24 hours that I just wasn't able to really test out that part of my skills. So I am a homebody through and through. Like, give me a couch, give me a good book to read, and I'm good. So I want to, number one, challenge myself. I've recently gotten into pickleball, and that has opened up my social world, and so I would love to see how I can do it, truly like doing a social strategy. I am going to go in there and lay low a little bit. That's just my comfort zone. It's just kind of assessing, seeing what's going on, using some of my sign language skills, body language, facial expressions. I'm going to need information from people that they're not going to give me. So I'm hoping that me being a sign language interpreter and just having that, deaf culture and all of just that experience and that knowledge will help me out, get the information I need, find my people, and make my way through the game that way. That's my goal. I'm in my yes year. It's probably going to be like my yes 5 or 10 years, but I'm just doing all the things that make me happy and just going for it. So that's where I'm at. Favorite season, that's tough. There's no Survivor without the first season. The fact that a gay man won the first season, that's wild. And that was a long time ago, and that wasn't really something that we saw on TV. So that's always going to have a special little place. I will say Suri. I mean, who doesn't love Suri? Obviously, I'm not that super social person, but I just love the way that, girl wasn't camping on the regular. Like, she got out of her comfort zone, played this game, and she was under the radar the whole time. Meanwhile, she's just like pulling all the strings, doing all this social stuff. No one even knew she was really a threat. I would love to be under the radar, but have the story to tell at the end. Because it's not worth it if you get to the end and you have nothing to tell people, and that no one believes your story or they don't think you deserve it. So you've got to be able to prove, hey, look, I did these things. Maybe you didn't know at the time, but no, I see you're understanding it now, right? And then you get their vote and they're happy to vote for you. I want to take a little bit of Suri, see how I can make it fit with me, and see if we can do it. So Stranded to me is like, you're on your own. Like it's just you. So I'm thinking I don't want to have to rely on too many people as part of my strategy, as part of my whatever to get to the next step. I need to be able to adjust right away. I need to be able to survive myself, whether it's I need to show up in these challenges, maybe it's just making that right alliance. But Stranded, you're on your own. And that's what it means to me. We'll see what happens, but that's my initial thoughts. That reminds me a little, it's making me think of like new era Survivor where, tribes, maybe there's 3 tribes, smaller tribes, not many people to hide behind. You can't hide behind this big majority alliance. Maybe it's going to be, you can't really wait a while to drop a name. You're going to have to put a name out pretty quickly. I know people they don't want to throw a name out because then you're the next target, but maybe people are gonna have to put names out pretty quickly. You're probably gonna be harder to keep up lies if there's really nowhere to hide. There's gonna be maybe some swaps, tribe swaps, disadvantages potentially, just anything that can throw a twist. So buckle up. I think it would be interesting to do a challenge where you have to pick your own group of three or your own partner for the challenge. I mean, there's layers to that. Like, you see right away who might be aligning with who, you see who people aren't really trying to be with. It might be a bad idea to be with someone that you're working with. So I don't know, having to make that split-second decision might be kind of cool. I've been playing pickleball a whole lot more. Hand-eye coordination, building a little stamina. The thing with pickleball, it keeps me sharp where, like, you have to find the opening. It's a game of patience. And the more I'm playing, the more I'm learning, like, patience is key. You can't go for the quick point. And so I'm just trying to get into the mindset of, like, whatever you get thrown at, like wherever the ball is coming, look for the opening, look for the spot, wait a minute, make the right move, not the fast move. So just trying to get in a state of mind to adjust as quick as I need, but make a smart decision. If we're actively not working together, we're
Correct.
working against each other. So I'm not gonna take it. Sometimes having an idol is not the best thing, especially when someone who is actively working against you knows about it. So I want to say right here, right now, that I'm not taking it. But as I'm saying this, the other part of me is like, take it, fuck with their heads, play it, don't play it, get yourself a couple rounds, and then, because there gets to a point to where everyone knows you have it, and then you're like not the threat anymore. Like, somehow that's become a thing. So maybe you just take it and you cause a little bit of chaos. I'm kind of leaning towards that now. I think I'm gonna take it. I don't care if you saw me, hey Susie, maybe we just have some fun with it. You know what I mean? Maybe we can end up working together. You never know. Like, no one's gonna suspect we're working together because we're working not together. So maybe we really switch some things around. I'm taking it. Done. I'm taking it. Okay. First of all, if I can, I'm gonna go talk to my people, see what we can do, at least give my person the heads up, because worst case, they do go home and now maybe they're on the jury and it looks like I didn't tell them. So I'm gonna try and let them know. If I cannot let them know, definitely cannot let them know, I'm not voting for them. I'm gonna throw a stray on someone else, because again, you need jury votes. It's one thing to get to the end. If you can't get a jury vote, what was it for? You gotta be a little smart. So whoever's gotten some votes in the past, I'm gonna throw a stray. I think that's what I would do. I'm the kind of person, I have like 1-2 really good friends. I don't have a whole big ass crew. So I take those pretty seriously. In a game like this, I'm not gonna lose or give up my spot for someone that I just met. Maybe if we get a week together, maybe. But if it's you or me, it's you. You gotta go. So like, I don't have a problem seeing someone that I was working with go home. Because like, alliances can ebb and flow and you can work with different people. So I think I can do it. I can do it in a way where I don't think my alliance member is gonna be too mad at me. I'm cute. Like, no, I'm not gonna be, I don't look too like backstabby, but like, I had a knife with me. So like, I think it'll be all right. I think my biggest strengths are, like, I grew up with 2 brothers, so I'm really competitive just naturally. And like, I can get along with the guys. Like, I did co-ed sports growing up. And so I'm always on a team with mostly men. I can get along with the ladies, no problem. Like, that's no problem for me. So like, I think I can kind of, wherever is the right spot for me, I think I can kind of fit in there. Again, being a sign language interpreter, I think I'll be able to kind of see some unsaid things and see what vibe is off. I think those will be my strengths. I think a weakness for me, I cannot for the life of me remember people's names. And that's gonna be a problem if I'm like working with someone and they're like, vote for this person. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Or like, what? So I gotta get that under control. Like, that's gonna be a problem for me. That's gonna be a real problem. That's a great question. I need to think on that for a second. Yes year. This is my yes year. I'm doing it all. I'm going for it. That's what it is.
Awesome. Well, will Megan survive being stranded? Only time will tell.